What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris here at Calavala South Farm. Well, guys, as we talked about in the last video, we did finally get that hayfield seeded. Didn't quite get it done as soon as we wanted. We had to wait a couple extra days. We got some more rain, but we were finally able to get seed on it early this week. We put a Timothy and clover mix down, and we're just hoping it takes now. The seed actually was really expensive. It was almost $300 for a 50-pound bag, so really hope it takes. We didn't seed in the most ideal conditions, but I'm hoping to get something growing up there because I don't want any erosion on that hill. So we'll see what happens, but cross your fingers that we get some grass growing. We do have a little bit more work to do up there. We have to do some handwork, so I think have some help coming over this weekend, so we'll be able to pick up all the small rocks and sticks and the stuff that is a little too small for the rake and get it cleaned up a little better. And then it's just a waiting game. Hopefully we get some grass to grow. If not, I'll probably give it 2 weeks, and if we don't get anything, then I'm just going to get some contractor grass just to get something growing there, or maybe some rye or some kind of a cover crop, something to hold that soil in, you know, for the seasons. But it is getting to be firewood season. It's a beautiful morning this morning. It's about 60 degrees, a little breeze. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the frostbite on the tractor here, and we're gonna go up. We have a birch tree that we cut down yesterday that was overhanging one of our trails that was in the way. So we gotta cut that up into rounds, and then we're gonna head down and start working on that big cutoff pile we have. We have all that red oak and a little bit of maple that the loggers left at the butt cutoffs and stuff. So we're gonna start knocking that out. They're so big, what we'll probably have to do is cut them into rounds and then bring our splitter down and put it in the vertical position to be able to split them right there, because they're pretty huge, some of them. So we're not gonna be able to lift them. We did get our wood area all set up yesterday, guys. So we moved some wood around and got some brush cut and brought in a couple loads of wood chips from our big pile to kind of level it off and cover up some of the low spots. And then we got a load of pallets from some friends. So we should have enough pallets to start with. They do have some more they said we could take. So if we run out, we're probably gonna grab some more, because we definitely need them here for firewood, and we can always use them down at the sawmill. So I think that's the plan, guys. We're gonna get the old frostbite on and get to work. All right, guys, so there's the frostbite on. One thing, the only complaint I have about this grapple is it is kind of difficult to get on and off sometimes. That went really well that time, but it's kind of tippy when it just doesn't balance on all that much. So you got to be really careful, or you can knock it over pretty easy. I've had it happen a few times. Luckily, you can usually pick it back up again, but that is my one, the only complaint I have about this grapple. It is a little bit difficult to get on and off. Anyway, I'm gonna run in the barn real quick and grab a little contact cleaner to clean up the hydraulic connections, because we don't want to get any of that dust or dirt into the hydraulic system. So what I use here, guys, is just a regular quick drawing contact cleaner. Seems to work really good for cleaning up these fittings. Now, one trick I've found with this tractor, I'll show you right now. So as many of you know that have third function kits, they can sometimes be a real pain in the butt to get the hydraulics on. So at least on this tractor, what I've found is if I shut the tractor off, I turn the key on, which will then put power to the valve, and then I just exercise it back and forth a few times. It makes it really simple to get the connections on. They should pop right on. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. But usually once I do that, they just go right on real easy. Bing. Bang. So it really makes it easier doing it that way. I found through some trial and error that just taking that extra minute or two to shut the tractor off and do that, it keeps you from having to sit and fight it. So little trick for any of you other John Deere owners that works really good on mine, and it may help you on yours. All right, guys, so we're up here. We got the birch tree in the grapple. We're gonna cut this into rounds. We'll take the top of the tree over there and we'll take that off and throw it in the crap pile over in the woods, because there's not a lot of firewood in that crown. So we're gonna cut this into rounds. We have our big saw out because we're gonna be using it for the oak, so I figured we'll get it warmed up good. And we have our little jig on the end. I've showed you guys that in other videos. That's how we know that all of our wood is the right length, is we use, basically I cut them into 16, so that's 16 inches. So everyone should be 16 inches. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna set you down and we'll cut this up. All right, guys, so we're down here at our big cutoff pile, and we're gonna start cutting some of these up. These are big pieces, so gotta be real careful. So I'll set you guys up, probably do a little time lapse here, and we'll get cranking through some of these big rounds. All right, guys, well, that kind of ended before it started. I was noticing when I was cutting that birch, I was having a little bit of an issue with the saw, and couldn't quite figure it out. You know, we sharpened the blade up, cleaned it, you know, thought it was going pretty good. And then we went down and we put it in some of that bigger oak down there, and it's just bogging right out. And there's quite a bit of smoke coming out of the clutch casing. So I'm pretty sure we got a bad clutch on the 441, which, not surprised. I've actually had a lot of issues with that saw. And in particular, I think that's already the second clutch. And it's starting to get pretty frustrating because every time I go to use it, it seems like it has an issue. So I'm actually probably going to bring it down to the repair shop, and I think I'm going to maybe look for a new saw, maybe a 462 or a 500i if someone has one. And then we'll keep that as a backup or sell it, because this is really getting frustrating. This is the second or third time I've had major issues with this and had to bring it to the repair shop, and the saw is not very old. So it just, you know, steel makes a great product, but every now and then you just get one that's not great. And this one just seems to be that saw. So anyway, guys, so I guess we're going to end the video here. Really didn't get near as much done as I wanted to. I spent the last hour tinkering with the saw there. So I guess we'll end it here and yeah, figure out what we're going to do. So anyway, guys, like I like to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Just remember, it'll be all right.